Hi there. This is Joel again, and this is Mental Masturbation, Random Musings for and by Pseudo-Intellectuals. I'm sticking with the title. I like it. Let me start off by saying that I have caught the fever. The fever, yeah. You watch people's videos and they say, oh my god, I'm so addicted to YouTube. So when I started this, I was like, oh, I am so not going to be addicted. I'm going to be struggling to reach my goal of updating every day. And as you can see, I am on my third update today. I'm going to be continuing the theme of this first segment, and that theme is the Ten Commandments. Last time I did greed and desire, and this time I shall be going on to the ninth. Thou shalt not bear false witness, and that is an interesting one. It relates to greed in that it is a natural thing. It's a defense mechanism. People lie because they're uncomfortable, or they don't want someone to know something about themselves, or something like that. It's a natural defense mechanism. However, being a natural thing does not make it a good thing. Let me just say that an interesting sort of nuance of it is that people generally associate it with lying. Thou shalt not lie. But I actually don't know what the original text says, but the most common translation, and I've looked it up on a couple sources just to be sure, because I'm not a theologian, is thou shalt not bear false witness, which, to my understanding, is different than lying in that it also encompasses deception and mistruths. For example, alright, I was doing my first video, the Silver Jews album review that I didn't post because it was crap. And in it, I was wearing my sunglasses. Alright, now my sunglasses I was wearing, it was daytime then, but I'm inside. I really don't need my sunglasses. And so I was planning on saying that obviously I'm wearing sunglasses, I don't need them because it's sunny. I need them because my prescription regular glasses, these are prescription, are in Tucson, which they are. So that's all true. And so I needed it to help me see. And while this is all true, it was not the reason I was wearing my sunglasses. I was wearing them out of vanity. And I was embarrassed by my vanity, so I said, all that crap, which was all true crap, but it was deceiving because I was uncomfortable with myself. Another example, stories from the past. I was about maybe 12, 13. I was in 6th grade. Which is a big year. I just finished elementary school. I was at the middle school. And so I wasn't exactly a cool kid. And so I was embarrassed just to be me. And so it's that age where you're embarrassed about everything, and you've got probably the most things to be embarrassed about you ever will in your entire life. Physical things, at least, which is what matters when you're that age. Who's hot and who's not. So, I remember, one day, developing. This is a bit embarrassing, but I'm going to go into it. I was developing hair on my ass. Now, as all of you know, when all those little hairs start poking through and you're not used to them, they itch. They itch bad. So, I was sitting in class. I believe it was math class, possibly science. And I was just scratching away, scratching, hoping no one would see, but more worried about the itch down the back of my pants than people's reaction to it. And so someone caught me doing said scratches, and sorry, getting nervous again. And made some sort of poignant remark about it. Something I'm sure clever, like, "Oh my God, Joel's gay. He's touching his ass," or I don't know, something that 13-year-olds say. And I was embarrassed. I didn't want to say, "Hey man, lay off. I got ass hair," because, well, for obvious reasons. Excuse me again. So I made up this lie. I said, "Oh man, I got this mosquito bite on my ass, and it just itches." And they were like, "How did you get a mosquito bite on your ass?" And so I panicked. I didn't want to be a liar. So I said, "Well, I was sleeping naked, and a mosquito bit me on the ass, and now I have a mosquito bite, and it itches a lot." I think I said I had like 8 mosquito bites or something. I wasn't a very good liar. So then, for the next career at my middle school, for the rest of that, I was known as the kid who sleeps naked. I didn't actually sleep naked, and if I did, it's not really anything to be embarrassed about. Sorry, burned myself. Yeah, so that was it. It came back and bit me on the ass, no pun intended. And that was sort of an example of why the misdirection, as they say in the world of illusions, was bad. It ended up getting me into trouble with my peers, and it was something that I've regretted, scarring memory from my past. And which is not to say that that the consequences met the action. That it didn't make sense for me to lie, but it didn't make sense of them to make fun of me for sleeping naked. But that's the sort of thing that happens when you're that age, and I believe it was a bit of karma, because, well, I can't say that since then I've always been honest, but it was a trait that I picked up from that, as well as many other embarrassments that were similar. And so I think it was a bit of karma in action from that. And I eventually became a very honest person. I try not to lie. I don't lie these days. And I think I'm a better person from it. So it's good to learn from your experiences, and specifically lying, because in the end, it very rarely helps. So, with that, I'm going to pause. Shit. Alright, I'm going to peace out. I'm over 10 minutes. I'm going to have to cut some of this out. Alright, bye guys.